Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk with Orions. And with me, Atish, and my co host Jay, we have a special guest with us.
Hey guys, it's me Jay, and today with us we have Yana Roman, who is the acting manager or one of the managers of Honeyfeed. Can you introduce yourself for us?
Hi guys, thank you for having me. My name is Yana Roman and I'm Honeyfeed's manager and a senior associate for Qdom Inc.
Wow. So we have a small question for you. We know there's this character called Honey Chan for Honeyfeed, right?
Yeah, correct.
This is one thing that has been bothering me in my head, who is actually Honey Chan? Oh my god.
Who
Well,
is it?
technically Honey-chan is our company's mascot, of course, the
Yes,
face
of
of
course.
our company. She, of course, is a fictional character, but our staff loves her as she were real.
Same. I believe
Same
all
here.
all people around us believes she's real, and like I believed from the start she's real and still believe she's real. Oh my god.
Yeah. She's there. She's real. She's with us. She has our back. Everyone, subscribe, hit the bell notification for getting notified for our future podcast and Talk with Orion episodes.
Before we get started, I'm gonna explain what the Talk with Orions is. So basically, it's just a series of interviews with influencers, content makers, and literary
From
figures.
various fields, from
Yeah.
different fields.
Yes,
It's
very.
not limited to anime and or light novels or manga. There are going to be people and influencers from various fields joining us in the Talk with Orions.
Hub where Orion Writing Studio has a lot of connections, and that will also help not only our authors but also help the affiliated companies and whatnot to be connected with the authors itself, and that creates a lot of opportunities for both parties.
Yeah. So
This
that's
show
pretty much it.
Yeah, and this show will be hosted by Atish mainly, but I'm here sometimes, and sometimes it's Cosmo. So, shall we get started with the interview?
Yeah, before we get started, so Yana-san, like, how are you feeling? Like,
How are you feeling
to
right
be
now?
with us here?
I'm good.
You're all good. So, I'm gonna ask you the first question. How did Honeyfeed start?
What is the backstory? How did it become reality? It might have been an idea in someone's brain, but how it escalated from that to what it is today?
Well, I'm gonna dare and say that Honeyfeed idea was actually born before Honey's anime, but in
Wow.
the end,
Wow.
they went with Honey's anime in order to help Honeyfeed. So, of course, it was the idea of the founders. The founders are Leo Akahoshi and Yuki Hiraoka. And they started Honeyfeed on September 2016. But like I said, the idea was born way before that. They started Honeyfeed as a closed beta, and it slowly opened up. And of course, when it grew bigger, they needed a manager, and that's where I stepped in. I've been with the company since 2015, but of course, I haven't really all the time been involved in Honeyfeed. They had an idea to create light novels internationally.
Wow. Yeah. We really support that idea because
Yeah.
the light novels really lack, especially original English light novels lack that spotlight out there. Then it's very underrated, let's say.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
you gave us authors a home. Like for other novel writers, they got many other websites like Wattpad and many others. But for us, original English light novel authors, we had nothing that we can relate to as a home. But now we have Honeyfeed. So yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, so Honeyfeed was born from that idea that other websites kind of lacked the Japanese style or anime style of light novel telling. So they decided to create Honeyfeed for that purpose to home those people that want to create anime like or manga like creations, but that were not Japanese, that were like over the world.
Yeah, you truly gave us a home because back then we were like homeless.
Yeah, like wherever we go, people were like, okay, we get it, but what is a light novel? I feel no
Yeah.
difference between this and a
No
novel.
one, no one knew it. No one knew original English
Yeah.
light novel.
Actually, when I stepped into Honeyfeed, I had a little trouble because when I read Honeyfeed's content, I was like, this is not really a novel, but it's also not really structured Japanese light novel. It's something in between, it's something
Yeah.
special, and I don't think there's another website that has this.
Truly agree. Yeah.
Be
We-
really, really interested with the
Yeah.
idea.
Like
Yes.
that's what we are trying to bring out, because we people don't support us because they think that we can't compete with the Japanese light novel guys, or we can't be like the young adult novels all over the world. So what we have to do is like we mix both of them together and create something different so that people can read something they haven't read yet.
Yeah, and I'm really happy you bring that up because that's the intention that we created Honeyfeed. Like, we believe that anybody can create great novels. Not only the Japanese can write anime like stories. Anybody can create the next Naruto or the next big title anime, and it doesn't really need to be from Japan. We believe anybody can.
The genre is only not bound by where the authors come from, right?
Yeah, we have the freedom. We are free to
Uh-huh.
write whatever we want. We are not. We don't have any limiters put on us. You usually have. If you write a proper light novel, it has to be 50,000 words and should have a lot of dialogues. No, we don't do that. If you're writing a proper novel, then too much descriptions. No, we are somewhere between both of them. It gives you freedom. Writing OELN gives you a lot of freedom.
Yeah, correct. That's one of the things I've been trying to discuss with my staff. We really want to bring you guys guidelines on how to write light novels. We don't want to misguide and bound them to the Japanese style completely. We want to, but there's really no guideline out there for it. It's kind of very new, I would say.
I know, like when I started, I tried to find a tutorial on YouTube, but I got nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, of course, we are not writers ourselves. Some of us write for fun, but we don't really have studied writing light novels in Japan to actually tell you guys. So that's why we want to bring in Japanese writers. We have our light novels going on right now. We want you to have a reference on how to do it.
So that takes us to our second question. When you first started Honeyfeed, did Honeyfeed get any backlash from the
Yeah,
community?
like were you not supported, or were people not supporting you, something like that?
Actually, we didn't get any backlash. I remember when Honeyfeed started, our CEO, Leo, he emailed everybody and started his closed beta, and everybody was really supportive and really welcoming of the idea and of being part of it. So the community really reacted well.
That was really an unexpected answer for me because, as we've said earlier, OELN is kind of an undermined kind of genre. So people would sometimes expect that if we make a site with only OELN dedicated, novels, it might get some backlash and, oh, there's a lot of sites like that already, and hearing that it got actually positive
Feedback and support, like it's
Yeah.
really good to hear.
Mm.
Because for us authors, there are times when we receive negative feedback, and it's happened a lot of time. But I'm really happy that Honeyfeed is with the good vibes, the positive vibes.
Yeah, and I only see it growing from now.
Yeah, and we're gonna help it as much as we can.
Yes, of course. What are Honeyfeed's plans for the future?
Where do you see Honeyfeed a decade from now, or 10 years down the road?
Well, our plan for the future is, of course, to make Honeyfeed more interactive and more appealing for the readers and writers. We have several ambitious projects in line for Honeyfeed, and I don't really want to spoil it yet.
No, of course,
But-
course.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can give you like a vague idea or little teasers of what we're planning. So, not 10 years from in the future, but really soon, you guys will see a special section of Honeyfeed being made and featuring a new way to read novels.
Okay.
Of course,
Getting
we're-
excited.
of course, we want to keep modifying how Honeyfeed looks. And of course, we want to host more seasonal events, more events in general.
Mhm.
We want to revive and reconnect old collaborations with other websites.
Of course,
we're-
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
When Honeyfeed started, we wanted to do a collaboration with Tokyo Otaku Mode, creating the Otaku coin.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
Yeah.
I think that's gonna come back. And of course, we are in the plans of getting more light novels on board, getting Japanese light novelists interviewed, and we want to create a guideline on how to create original English light novels. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's all I can say for now. It's not gonna be 10 years in the future, so it's gonna be real soon. So I hope you guys are.
Already, there's this question I had in my mind for a long time. will we ever get a mobile app for Honeyfeed?
That's my question too. I have asked it in several occasions. However, of course, we are focusing on desktop mode right now. We want to get that as best as we can, and then we can talk about a mobile.
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, but lately we have been redesigning the page to also work better on mobiles. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but recently we have.
Actually, I am the kind of writer who types his story in his Android. Like, I prefer Android over my PC. So I use Honeyfeed's mobile version a lot.
I don't think you are the type. You are the only author who actually writes in his Android.
Yeah, but I write nicely. There's no problem in that.
Yes.
No, but it's been a question that I've also asked for a long time, but we want to focus first on the desktop version, and then when that's ready to go, then we'll focus on releasing a mobile app.
As you've said earlier, by the way, Honeyfeed was the earlier idea for Honey's anime, right?
Correct.
So what's the connection between the two, if there is any?
Oh, Honeyfeed and Honey's anime really share everything. I would say everything that Honey's anime has, Honeyfeed has available. So the only difference is that, of course, Honeyfeed is focused on light novels and writing.
Yeah.
But just think about Honey's anime as our big sister.
Yeah.
All the
Okay.
staff is related, and everybody dips their fingers in Honeyfeed every so often. So
I see. So Honey's anime has already a big audience.
Correct.
You know, we all know that Honeyfeed doesn't have a big audience as of yet compared to Honey's anime. There'll be like some kind of publicizing of Honeyfeed through the audience of Honey's anime.
yeah, of course. Of course, our goal is to make Honeyfeed grow as much as possible. And
Yes.
we already do promote ourselves a lot in Honey's anime. We put up banners, we put up site skins, we write. Honey's anime writers often write about Honeyfeed novels.
And speaking of that, by the way,
Mhm.
as I've asked, like, how does our big sister help the little sister? But here I am gonna ask how Honeyfeed
how
is
does-
helping our authors to get their name publicized.
So, like I said, a lot of writers for Honey's anime often mention and write about Honeyfeed's authors and their stories.
Yeah.
As well as wherever Honey's anime goes, Honeyfeed goes. So you guys get promotions in big conventions all around the world, like Los Angeles Anime Expo or Tokyo Expo and all of that. So wherever Honey's anime is mentioned, we always mention Honeyfeed to everybody.
I actually didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, we were expected to go to E3 and Los Angeles Expo this year, but you guys know about what happened in the
COVID-19.
world.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to it.
I
Maybe
know.
try to come there. Maybe.
maybe we can indeed. That's a nice one.
Just one thing I was thinking, how has the journey been so far on managing Honeyfeed? How was the journey until now? Like, do you have any really good memories or like anything you want to share about all these years you have managed Honeyfeed?
Well, managing Honeyfeed has really been an adventure. I've had a lot of managing experience before, but helping Honeyfeed from the ground up has really been one of the most interesting experiences of my life. It was a little challenging at first, as you guys know, where we didn't have a lot of staff at the beginning. Of course, it was a new project, but I saw a lot of potential in Honeyfeed, and I had millions of ideas for it. And all of my developers were trying to keep up with me, but now that we are a little bigger and we have a little more staff available for it, you guys are starting to notice that we're growing, and yeah, it's really fun and interesting to see every idea being developed. We also get a lot of ideas from users, so it's really interesting how staff and developers and users suggested ideas are coming together really nicely.
I suggested an idea a few weeks ago and it got in, and I'm like super happy. I love the way that the Honeyfeed staff is always there connecting with the users. It's very different. You don't feel left out as a user.
Yeah,
That's exactly what we want. Of course, developers have certain ideas, managers have certain ideas, but of course the users are in the end who we're looking to please and who use the platform every time. So yeah, I really like when people suggest stuff.
Feedback helps.
Yeah, we've been thinking about it a lot, you know.
Yeah, a lot.
Do you have a favorite story from the website?
That's definitely a trick question, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. It's being recorded. Everyone's gonna
well,
hear it.
Ooh.
well, I actually enjoy a lot of them. On several occasions, I've taken my pick of the month. I see the staff picks or short novels. It's selected by the staff, and I've selected quite a few of those. But I don't really cannot say a favorite one. But
Okay.
yeah, but it's really
How
tough
about
to
top
pick.
5?
It's really tough to pick just one because they're also good in for different reasons, you know. So I can say for sure one that got me really excited and that was really interested because I was indirectly part of it. One of the events that we had in New Year's, the Wheel of
Year
Misfortune.
collaboration?
Correct.
Yeah.
That was yeah. That was really a good experience for me because I am not a writer myself, but I saw it being born from just a sketch, just an idea, and I really felt in love with it. And since it had a lot of different tastes of different writers, because it was a big collaboration, there were like
Uh-huh.
over 6, 7 people involved in it. So I really liked it. I actually was the one to draw their cover
Wow.
art.
Oh,
Since I really love the character Casca so much.
Wow.
So if I had to choose one, I would say that one.
wow, okay.
So speaking of that, do you think that one will get anime adaptation?
Adaptation. Like,
I wouldn't go as far to say that, but it would be amazing if that happened.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I know.
like Honeyfeed getting an anime adaptation, one of the novels, we'll be like, wow, finally.
Yeah, but actually, there is a lot of novels there that have really good potential for anime or manga adaptation, and I really wish most of them will be published as books at the very least, or be adapted to Netflix dramas or even screens. Like, there's a lot of potential in Honeyfeed.
That's the thing we have in common. Everyone in here has potential. Everything has
Correct.
potential.
Yeah.
It's
And that's what
nice.
amazes me all the time, going in and checking the new novels and then reading out the first chapter, and this has potential. What the hell?
Yeah, that is true. I can agree with that.
Yeah, within 20 years, we can see those books getting an anime adaptation. Hopefully.
Man, that would be the dream.
I will say it on behalf of Orion that we really love the way Honeyfeed has reacted to our channel, and
Yeah.
also to each and one of our authors as well in this group.
Yeah.
Because without Honeyfeed, it's a hard journey, you know, and as you've said, home for us, it's a big thing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, like really, thank you so much for like
Oh,
for
thank
2 years
you
I had
guys, like-
nothing.
Yeah, we really want to let the world know that there's people other than Japan or Japanese writers that really do great content. We really want to highlight you guys.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's interview, the talk with the Ryans. And as always, try to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your family and friends as always. And don't forget to click the bell notification icon down below. More of this, the talk with Orion, will be posted in the future. And thank you guys. That's it for today.
It's stay tuned, Janet.
Bye bye.